Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 200 of the In the Growth Space podcast. I am blown away that we're here at episode 200, and I'm just celebrating and really grateful for reaching this milestone. And there's a lot that I've learned over the last 5 years of podcasting, and I'm going to share some of those learnings and those lessons in this episode. But I want to also just reflect my gratitude for the podcast team, because without my team, I would not have a podcast, or at least it wouldn't have been. I would not have been able to reach 200 episodes. I know that for certain. So I want to just say a specific reach out and gratitude for Aiden, who always edits our YouTube video and the audio that gets sent up to the RSS feed. And that's one of the things I've learned about this podcasting process. I know what that is. But thank you, Aiden, for all that you've done to help the podcast really succeed and get to this 200th episode. I really appreciate your meticulous attention to detail. And Molly has helped with our show notes and our social media posting. And I've really appreciated her help. I've really appreciated her help because she always is helping to get our message out and get it out onto the social platforms. So Molly, we couldn't have grown without you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate everything that you've done for the podcast. I'm going to just share a few of my reflections, a few of my thoughts on 5 years of podcasting. I've had some really fantastic conversations with leaders, and I know that I've also done some solo episodes like this one. I have learned to do solo episodes like this better without scripting it all out. I think back to my first episodes, and I went back and listened to some of those, and some of those first episodes I just scripted out because I wanted to make sure that what I said I was able to share coherently. And I know that with my stories, I wanted to share some of my story, of my history. Didn't want to miss anything, and so I had everything scripted out. Now I just have some notes. I have some bullet points, and then I start talking, and I always amaze myself. Although I will say that my executive administrator said that no one's shocked that I can speak for 27 minutes or whatever the episode turns out to be. But as the seasons have gone along, I've learned to be able to just share from my heart and understand that I can just share the thoughts that I have, the lessons that I've learned. And I've also learned how to delegate through this process as well, because at the beginning, I was doing everything. I was editing the audio. I didn't post up to YouTube at the time. So my team has really helped me to create this podcast into what it is today. And it's a lot of work. And so I'm grateful for them. The other thing that I've learned, and this is really something that I think is, maybe I'll talk a little bit about an aspect of just this lesson of people wanting to get their message out. And so whether it's a leader or an author that wants to come onto the podcast and get to share their message, they're really anxious to do that, because it gives them the opportunity to share their message with audiences or with people perhaps that they otherwise wouldn't be able to reach, because we're all unique, and every podcast out there is unique, and it has a unique audience. And that's really given me a perspective shift, I think, on who to invite onto the show, and then also who I can invite onto the show and who will come onto the show. It's given me some confidence in asking people to come onto the show and share their message. And in that process, then I get a front row seat to learn directly from them. I'm thinking of some of the people, and I've got a list of some of the people that just kind of stand out as authors and leaders that I know that I've learned from. I know I've learned from people like Joel Manby, who is the or was the CEO of Hershend Enterprises, the company that manages like Dollywood and even Kennywood now here in Pittsburgh, and he was also the CEO of SeaWorld. There were authors like Mark Miller, who was the employee number 16 at Chick-fil-A. He wrote a great book called Uncommon Greatness. That was, I think, the last book that he wrote, and we had him on. He's been on twice. Randy Gravitt, his partner, his business partner, was also on. He wrote a book. It's titled "Winning Begins at Home." But then I've had authors like Tracy Tremendous Jones. Now, I don't know if any of you listening know who Charlie Tremendous Jones is, but Tracy is his daughter. And it was such a delight to be able to meet her and talk with her. I grew up in the insurance business. My grandfather was in the insurance business. My dad was in the insurance business. And Charlie Tremendous Jones would speak often at events where they would be at conventions and inspirational meetings, and so I grew up listening to Charlie Tremendous Jones, and that was an amazing podcast just to hear how her dad had really inspired her and helped her to have a growth mindset. I got a chance to speak with and have a conversation with John Burkoff, who has been an amazing mentor to me just over the last couple of years. I've been learning how to convene people and to bring and choreograph conversations that really are expansive and really get people into their growth zone and into their growth space. I had a conversation with Tony Horton of P90X fame. That was really surreal in a lot of ways. So I had a conversation with Cujo Teschner, who was a fighter pilot. And that was an amazing episode. He has a book called Debrief to Win. I also got a chance to have a conversation and record it with my former business partner and CEO of Bravo Wellness, Jim Pashak. That was a great chance to be able to reconnect with him and just have him share some of his lessons of leadership, some of the lessons of entrepreneurship. I also, speaking of entrepreneurs, I had a conversation early on with a gentleman by the name of Jason McKenzie. I didn't write down what episode number he is, but if you go search Jason McKenzie, he's the owner and CEO of Ride On Bikes down in Columbus, Georgia. Amazing business owner, and what an inspiring story. I think his episode is one of our probably top 10, maybe even top 5 listened to podcast episodes. And that was a great episode and a really great conversation. I know I've had many, many more conversations, and I know that I've missed so many of you. So if you're listening and I didn't share your episode, please, my apologies. But I've had so many. I've had, and actually, I don't know. I didn't go and count how many conversations I've had versus the solo episodes. But let me just say that I've learned so much from each of you, and really each of your, whether you're an author or you're just a leader, those conversations here have been really impactful, and I've learned a lot from them. I've also learned that everyone has a story to tell, and that we can learn from all of them. It doesn't matter what the story is, what the background is, what the subject is. But that's been one thing that I've learned through this process as well. The other thing I think that I've learned is that just being consistent with the episode releases, that discipline is something that I've learned. It's something that I think in my personal life and my professional life that carried over into this endeavor of podcasting is just being consistent and really, I think too, having a team has helped me with that. They've helped me to stay organized with my Trello board that's usually on this screen over here. um, and they've helped me to make sure that I am consistent and that I have the next episodes ready to go. And that discipline of consistency um, has also bled over into other endeavors and other things that I'm doing. You'll see if you're watching on the YouTube channel, you'll see some equipment here behind me that's normally not here. We are in the process of recording our next modules of the Emerging Leader Academy. And so being consistent with those kinds of projects has been really super helpful as well. So discipline and consistency has been a great big lesson that I've learned through this process. Um, just hearing other guests' stories of growth has been inspiring. I've had business owners on who have shared both their ups and their downs, but their entrepreneurial journeys have been just amazing to learn from. And I'm super just blessed and grateful that I've been able to have this podcast, and I'm grateful for you listening. After 200 episodes, I don't take that for granted because otherwise this would just be a kind of spitting in the dark kind of a endeavor. But I'm really grateful for you, the listener, for you tuning in. And I guess at this point, my team has said that they have something lined up for me that is they're putting something into the podcast. So I'm actually just supposed to kind of step out of the way and let them do their magic. So here it goes. I'm not sure what to expect.
Hello, my friend. Only me here. I just wanted to jump in and offer my sincere congratulations and celebrations to you, my friend. A little bird tells me it's 200 episodes that are now in the growth space. I remember, I think, spending time, as both of you have done, you and I have done, on calls with Paul over the years. And how many times has he used that example of where people have said to him, well, I'm thinking of starting a podcast. And he said to people, well, starting the podcast is the easy bit. The most difficult and challenging piece is doing the second and the third and the fourth. Well, just as anything that you do, my friend, you have jumped into it with all arms and all legs. And here you are about to approach and celebrate and record your 200th lesson. Just like anything you do, you go all in and do it well and you execute it well. You follow through and you make things happen. So, congratulations, my friend. I just wanted to say well done. Absolute sincere love and congratulations to you for everything that you've made happen in the growth space. I've been honored to be, I think, on a couple of episodes and looking forward, I know, to having some more that I think are in the calendar for us to do some more this year in 2025. So I just wanted to jump in along with a number of others to say congratulations. So very well deserved on 200 episodes of In the Growth Space. How many more are you going to do, I guess, is the question. But I'll leave that one to your thinking.
That is the
Speak to you soon.
question.
Lots of love. Congratulations. Bye for now.
That's great. Yeah, he's been on more than a couple. I think he's probably been on four, but he was probably the most been on the most. Andy Hall. Thank you, my friend.
Hey, David, 200 episodes. Wow, that is an accomplishment, my friend. I hope you're doing really well. Wanted to reach out and say congratulations. I'm super inspired by that feat of discipline and pursuit and consistent curiosity. So congrats, man. That's really cool. Wishing you another 200 amazing episodes ahead. And thanks for the great work that you're doing and all the positivity and education that you're putting out into the world for all the leaders out there. All right. Take good care. Congrats again.
Hi, David. I wanted to just say thank you, not just for your hard work and your dedication and your support, but also for your friendship and your encouragement over the years. The impact that it has made on me is immeasurable, and I will be forever grateful to have been on this journey with you. I wish you nothing but the best, and I can't wait to see what's next for you. Cheers, friend. Congratulations on episode 200.
Hey, Dave, 200 episodes. Congratulations, my man. You know, when you were brought into my life 8 or 9 years ago, and I've had many coaches in my career, but one of the things that I asked before I brought you into my circle was, how does he treat his wife and how does he lead his family? Because I believe wholeheartedly leaders that can lead their family would be able to lead me. And you've changed my life. We've been friends and partners through the journey. And I've brought you into my organization, and you've probably touched over 100 of my employees. You've done so much. I love being your friend, love being part of your circle. Just congratulations on 200 episodes.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Hey, David, I wanted to offer you a big congratulations on this beautiful milestone for your podcast. It's so thrilling. I mean, wow, to have hit 200 episodes, that's kind of enormous. I can only imagine what that must have felt like when you were just getting started out and imagining like where you would be. Anyway, I am so thrilled to have been connected with you, to have been fortunate enough to be your guest, and most importantly, to see where you and I go from here and what else we may do together. So again, congratulations to you, and just kudos. It's beautiful.
Hey, David, my friend. Congratulations on your 200th episode. I'm very happy for you and so proud of you and all that you do to impact our world with your amazing leadership training. Keep up the great work, my friend.
Hey, David, this is Cosmo. Just wanted to congratulate you on your 200th episode on the podcast. Just wanted to say thanks. Well, really, congratulations. And thank you. Thank you for inspiring me and keeping the subjects relevant. They always seem perfect for my situation, and I haven't missed an episode in all 200. So thank you and congratulations. What a great accomplishment. Take care, buddy.
Oh, that's so cool.
David, congratulations on your 200th episode. We are excited to have been a part of that with National Financial Alliance and the opportunity to serve your community and be part of your community. And it's always a special time when you reach that big 200 number. And we just want to say congratulations on your success. And we look forward to watching you grow. Thank you and congratulations.
Hey, David, I wanted to say congratulations on 200 episodes. That is an incredible accomplishment, and I want to thank you for the work that you do. You genuinely are making the world a better place by helping these leaders grow and develop and working to make sure that others do not find themselves in the same difficult situation that you found yourself in. So thank you for the great work and keep it up.
That's great. Thanks, Dr. Laura. That's awesome.
Hi, this is David Miller. One of the things that I noticed about the other David is that he is one of the kindest men that listens intently whenever you're talking to him, in an effort to continually learn. That was very clear to me. So the combination of his kindness, his experience, and his willingness and desire to listen really differentiates him. And it doesn't surprise me this podcast has already reached 200 episodes and that another 200 will come thereafter. So cheers, excellent milestone, David, and look to continue to see you grow and succeed.
Oh, thanks, David. That's awesome. Well, thank you everyone for your kind words. Thank you for sharing those messages with me. Thanks, team, for putting that together. That was really very meaningful. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being on the podcast and sharing your journey, sharing your messages with the audience. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you again as the listener, especially if you've been a regular listener. Thank you. Thank you so much for really sending me feedback, sharing your thoughts with me, letting me know about guests that you've really appreciated and learned from. And even the solo episodes that I've done, I've really, I always appreciate hearing back, because, when I'm talking to a camera and nobody's giving me feedback, what would happen in a live audience, it is a little bit difficult. And I've gotten used to that now, but it's been such a great experience. And honestly, I don't know where it's going to go from here. We're in the thinking phase. We're in the brainstorming phase of what comes next. Obviously, we do have some other episodes coming up this season, because we've got. Let me think a second here. We've got guests coming up. Oh, I know. We have authors coming up. Jeff Hancher. Jeff has got an amazing book coming out. I believe the title is Firm Feedback. We're going to be talking about that new book. It's a brand new book that he's just getting ready to release. I know Paul Gustafson is coming on as well. He just wrote a new book. We've got some others as well. I think Megan Woolerton is coming on. She just wrote a great book on the integration of faith and boundaries, and how to make sure that we avoid burnout. So we've got some great episodes coming up. So please keep listening. Please keep sharing our episodes with your friends, with people that you feel that would benefit. We really do believe that the world will be a better place when we can all just keep getting into our own growth space and have a growth mindset and a growth action plan. Because when we're dreaming, when we're trying something new, and when we're getting outside of our comfort zone, that's when life comes alive, and that's when we as human beings come alive. And so I'm really excited for what's to come, and really excited and grateful for this 200th episode. I hope that you'll continue to join me as we have episode 201 coming up next week. But until then, thanks for listening, folks, and be well.